Hi Aquarius, I hope you guys are doing great today. This is going to be your general messages covering kind of everything from Sunday the 14th to Sunday the 22nd. I'm going to just get right into it because I want to pull a lot of cards today. I'm going to be doing something a little different. We're going to pull a few advice cards, oracle advice cards, and then I'm going to pull a general, just a lay of the land Celtic cross spread. I'm going to interpret it for relationship, career, for everything, break it out into a relationship read, pull some cards for an energy you might be dealing with, and then finally at the end I will pull some energies, additional energies for career. So we're kind of going to be popping it around differently. I hope you guys are doing great today. Let's pull a Wisdom of the Oracle as your first card of advice. Building blocks, beautiful. A plus B equals C, right? You have to go in steps at a time in order to get to where it is that you want to go. So let's see what the Moonology card comes up, or Moonology card is for this week, 14th to the 22nd, for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. Wow, I like this. We have a lot of we have just a lot of forward moving energy right now. We have Mars in Gemini, and for you guys it's happening in your 5th house. And the 5th house kind of works in tandem with the 11th house of goals. 5th house is creativity. It's also romance and children. So it's like a lot of very fiery energy. I feel like you guys are going to be dealing with building blocks, taking action, a lot of forward movement here. So let's pull a healing card and see what we got here. Home. Some of you may literally be working from home, lots of home stuff, but this is really more about feeling at home in whatever it is, feeling at home in that job, feeling at home in that relationship, super important to you, right? So this right now anyway, this will feel very important to you. Really feeling in a very strong resonance with whatever is going on. Some of you may be very focused on purchasing a home, or focused on, again, the literal interpretation would be anything with home. Working from home. This guy wanted to come out, so let's just talk about that for a second. The devil. So the devil is indicative of any kind of imbalance that might be going on. So if this has to do with a relationship might feel very out of balance. If you're in one right now, you may be in that space where things feel just kind of like off, right? Where the scales are not nowhere near even, right? And so this could be indicative of somebody maybe either cheating, having some sort of addiction issue, anything that's going to keep you shackled in a negative way in relationship. So this could be something that needs to be dealt with, right? You may even find yourself in a space of financial dependence or some sort of other ongoing money or property issue that's keeping you tied to the past, right? If this has to do with career or money, you're experiencing maybe an unfair contract or a career or even a form of study that's unsatisfying right now, and there's something very toxic about the whole thing for you right now, but you're going to stay in it because you feel financially trapped. So this is sort of like an extra energy. Let's just put him over here by Buddha. Okay. All right. Five of Cups, the World, King of Swords, 10 of Wands, 7 of Wands, 4 of Wands in the reverse, 9 of Swords, 3 of Wands in the reverse, Queen of Wands upright, 6 of Pentacles. Okay, so put this here. So we're going to pull some clarifiers. So coming into this energy, for those of you in relationship, you might feel like things are a little challenging right now and you need to fight, right, for your relationship. You need to stand up for your relationship, maybe to your friends, to your family, or just something to do within society, right? You may be in that kind of space. And nothing wrong with that as long as you know that you're with somebody who would return that same level of loyalty. But this is about obstacle just kind of in general too. So if not relationship, you can be experiencing an obstacle maybe having to do with a family situation or something having to do with work, but you have the resiliency to overcome whatever challenge you're dealing with. Success is right there. Your morality and your personal philosophy is very, very important to you right now. You are you're making decisions based on this in this energy, like what is the right thing and what is not the right thing, right? And remember, you guys Aquarians, you guys are the energy of the humanitarian. So a lot of times it really is about what's right, what's wrong, and you being very sensitive to that. situation right now, we have the Five of Cups, and we have this being crossed by the world energy. So the world energy is always about the completion of something. It's Saturn. So this is the completion of something that was, maybe even pretty difficult for you up to this point, but you learning a lesson, right? And it's because you learned that lesson that you can move on in a very positive way. That's why the world is considered one of the most positive cards in the deck. So it's this idea of learning a lesson, but we have this clarifying the Five of Cups. So I'm wondering if you have fully learned a lesson. Only you know the answer to that. But the Five of Cups is about sadness and a relationship ending before you felt really ready for it to end. But you are going to be able to deal with this. You may be dealing with it right now, and you're moving on. You're going to be able to assimilate that old stress and sadness in order to make a new start. But we have this lesson here. We have this lesson, and I do feel like ultimately it is hitting you. It is occurring to you. We have as a crowning energy the King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords, and we're going to come back to this as far as it being for career as well. But the King of Swords is a very, very ambitious energy, very focused on the mind instead of the heart, right? Really taking charge of the circumstances. So I feel like if it does have to do with relationship, you're staying very sort of in the practical. It's like, look, I can't mitigate what's like an issue that's not mine kind of thing. Looking and saying, all right, I did the best I could. It's sad, I feel bad, but staying very much in the mental. Now, for those of you who are dealing with if you're resonating with this obstacle as far as it being a career, this Five of Cups energy can be the ending of a career or some stream of money ending before you felt really ready to end it. But there's this lesson to be learned out of it, and now you're taking that lesson and you're just moving forward and saying, okay, what do I have to do? That's it. Time for action, and we have building blocks. So we have this working with the foundation energy, the Ten of Wands. And this is a tricky energy, right? Because it's a card of overwhelm, right? I mean, it is Saturn in Sagittarius, right? Saturn is about do your homework, stay within the lines, follow the rules. No, not yet. Karma, time, things being really difficult, right? And Sagittarius in does not really like hanging out with Saturn, because Sagittarius is like, let's go on a vacation, let's go travel, whatever. The travelers of the zodiac, and there really wants to be a lot of movement there. So there's this sort of like feeling of restriction and overwhelm, responsibilities, burden, right? Overloaded demands. And it ends up being, it's always this kind of catch-22 situation that I say, it's like you feel very overwhelmed. You know what would make you not feel overwhelmed, but you actually can't do that because all of the responsibilities that you have laid out in front of you, you feel like, at least, and it's very real to you, that only you can be the one to show up and tend to that family situation, that work situation, that school situation, whatever it is, right? And it could be that feeling very overwhelmed within relationship. It could certainly be that as well. But this does indicate the end of a cycle, because it becomes too overwhelming and you can't do it anymore. So once you get to the Ten of Wands, you got to put the wands down. You have to put them down. And it's you, but what I like about this is you're very, very much stepping into your air energy. With this King of Swords energy, I like it. This is you in Capricorn energy, Aquarius and Capricorn, King of Swords, and it's just like staying in the mental. You're doing what you have to do, but at the end of the day, and maybe even in private, you are this Nine of Swords, which is anxiety. There's anxiety here and overwhelm and worry. You might even be struggling to sleep. And the fact that Mars is in Gemini in your 5th house doesn't help matters any, to be honest with you. I mean, Mars in Gemini is a very sort of scattered energy, so you're not responding well to an external stress because your way out of something is not clear. Like your way out of feeling the pain of that relationship, your way out of making that decision about your career or transitioning into a different line of work or that family situation. It's just not clear to you and you're trying to figure it out, right? Because with this Mars and Gemini energy, that's like literally what this is, by the way. This is Mars and Gemini, and Mars is in Gemini right now in the 5th house, which is why I'm bringing that up. there's this very strong focus on what's the right path, Aquarius, where do you belong, where do you belong? And that could be happening in any part of your life. You're going to know where it would resonate with you. Now, an external energy that's impacting you, now this could be an energy surrounding you, or this could be a person that's impacting you. We have the Three of Wands in the reverse. Three of Wands in reverse is about delays and setbacks. Now, this could be because of lack of planning, not enough foresight. Could be because of a number of things. But you might be feeling just very like held back, or somebody that you're dealing with may be feeling very held back, or feeling like you're experiencing some sort of setback. But there's some sort of delay. And I feel like the delay is impacting you. The delay in something moving forward, having to do with again, that job, that relationship, that family situation, whatever it is. If you feel very ready to move forward in something, but this delay is impacting you and it's making you feel kind of anxious, because you really do kind of have a like, come on, let's hurry up and go. Let's get this done. Now, in your block or your challenge here, we have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is really about you stepping into your power, and you may be having a hard time doing that right now. You know, Queen of Wands is ideas popping, right? You having the strength, you need to make things happen, your relationship is feeling energized, and you're just like, I don't even know how to make that happen right now. You're just not sure. You're just not sure. You know, you may be like, I'm not, you know, I don't know. Some of you also may be dealing with a Queen of Wands energy, and it could be a guy or a girl, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's gender doesn't, we don't care about that in tarot. It's just more the energy. But as a person, this is somebody who is very communicative, almost maybe for a living, okay? Very sociable, very self-aware. And they might be an issue for you in relationship. This could be a block for you. So quite literally. I mean, I'm saying it like that because a queen is a court card. So court cards can come up as general energetic influences, which is all about, you know, needing to step into your power and that being a challenge. Or it could be a person, right? Somebody who's very communicative kind of for a living. So you might be dealing with somebody at work who's like that, or even in relationship, and them being a bit of a challenge for you. They may even be getting in your way of feeling like you could move forward in something. So we have in the near future, we have the Four of Wands reverse. Four of Wands reverse is, for some of you, it's going to be just about leaving home, moving out. Others of you, it does indicate arguments. It can indicate a lack of feeling like you have a strong foundation in something. But then we have as the final outcome energy, the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is, you know, property, family, inheritance, generosity, and support. If you've been struggling financially, things improving, money coming to you, someone from your past offering you some kind of support, or you offering it to them. It could even be that. So I need to pull more cards on that. Let's get some energies between the Four of Wands reverse and the Six of Pentacles. What's going on? So we have the Seven of Cups. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. We get two sevens. That's very fortuitous there. Because seven is the four of the world and the three of the Trinity. It's really like indicative of a new cycle. So cool. And we have the Page of Cups. Okay, so some sort of new offer coming in. Good. So we're starting with the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is choices and confusion, extremes, having a hard time committing to anything simply because you don't know what's on the other side of something, right? This is a Venus and Scorpio energy. So it has to do with relationship. Venus and Scorpio. Venus would be indicative of love and like how do you feel in something. And when it's in Scorpio, it's all about transformation and change. So there's a lot of change here. There's a lot of change going on, and you're not sure what's on the other side of the change. So things feel up in the air, but you can feel that it is definitely the beginning stages of some sort of new something. Maybe it's the beginning of the end of something, or it's the beginning of something brand spanking new. But you really need to pay attention to your instincts and your emotions here, right? Because remember, there's Scorpio involved. So we have to like get the spidey senses going here. Now, clarifying that, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles is about hard work that's going to pay you off. You being very patient. Don't give up on whatever it is that you're focusing on. Your future self is going to thank you. Whether it's a relationship, whether it's a career move, whatever it is. But there's a new cycle. There's newness here. And then we have the Page. And the Page of Cups is also new. The Page of Cups is also new. This is good news about an emotional aspect of your life. So this could be like love, money, a family situation, whatever it is. This could also indicate a new potential partner is like right there, right there. You just want to avoid not getting swept up too soon. Somebody who can be very sensitive, very artistic, very generous person. So for a lot of you, if you're very confused about relationship now, you're not giving up on relationship, and I see somebody new coming in if it has to do with relationship. So, in the same way, I could see a lot of you feeling rather confused about what it is that you want to do. Some of you literally like with the rest of your life, or in this next stage of your life at least, things feeling rather up in the air for you right now, but you not losing hope. Whatever it is that you're working on, you're going to be patient. And the patience is totally going to be paying off because of this new offer coming in. So this can be a new job, a new relationship, some sort of new artistic endeavor, something that's going to end up leveling you up. So I really like that. Building blocks, building blocks. Don't lose your patience. Don't lose your patience. But don't sit complacent, right? It is time for action. New moon. So the light is shining in Aries, which is all about fresh path, new perspective. What does the right thing feel for you? What's at home for you, Aquarius? Okay. So let's pull some energy on relationship. Do I want to use that? Yeah, why not? Let's use the good old Rider-Waite. Good old school Rider-Waite. Sometimes we just like pulling out the classic deck. Two of Wands. Knight of Wands. Five of Wands in reverse. Ace of Cups. Nice. 10 of Swords coming in. 2 of Cups. 5 of Swords. Yeah, coming into this energy, there was, an ending, a complete and painful ending history here. You guys, may have been together for a while, but there's this release, right, of something. There's a relief about it, even though it's painful. It's definitely painful. There's this release of frustration and stress that you were experiencing within this connection. And you were able to transform into like a healthier energy with fresh eyes, a new mindset, and recognize that, at the end of the day, you're realizing that it really was not a good thing for you. But right now, we have the Two of Wands being crossed by the Knight of Wands. So the Two of Wands, yeah, making plans, moving forward. This is about partnership, a new romantic partnership, maybe through work, through friends. Great opportunity for connection. But the thing here is, remember, there are two aspects to a situation. So you want to figure out either you're dealing with two different energies or a new energy and still dealing with your feelings about this past hurt, this past ending. But the 10 of Swords, remember, it's like one sword at a time over time. Who wants that? You don't want to go back to that. This was not a healthy energy for you. So, but you're going to be in this space where it's like, right? But then we have the Knight of Wands coming in. And I mean, this is just like, listen, firing up that ambition and that passion and that motivation. There's a proposal here and things speed up, blocks being lifted, decisions coming in that maybe you've been waiting for, having to do with relationship. So this is nice. I mean, you may be meeting somebody super charismatic, very talkative partner. Yeah. So I feel like some of you are going to be like, kind of like that. Because I do get that there are two energies here. We have the crowning here, 5 of Wands in the reverse. 5 of Wands in reverse is about harmony and success and solving problems. This is one of the cards. Like a lot of people are like, I hate when you read reversals. Well, this is one you like in reverse. The Devil we like in reverse. There are a lot of cards that are better in reverse. So this is about harmony, success, problems being solved, any sort of issues within relationship that you've been dealing with relationship in general. Everything sort of being solved, because I do feel like you're meeting somebody new. So any kind of hang-ups, hesitations, vulnerabilities, fears, anything like that you've been nursing, this Ace of Cups is beautiful. This is a very loving, very supportive energy. This is about falling in love. Really good, very fertile energy as well. So be careful. You don't want to get pregnant because it's definitely one of those cards. And also, for a lot of you, you may just be going through this period of spiritual growth. Just a very creative time, when it comes to figuring out what it is that you want in relationships. I feel like they're very strongly, in addition to you perhaps meeting somebody as well, especially because this final outcome energy is the Eight of Pentacles, which is all about mastering something. So I really like this. There's a lot of self-growth going on here. I do like it, but you may feel like not in a comfortable space right now. Because we have this Five of Swords, and there's this clash of what it is that you want and the reality that you're living. And that's creating this tension and this ongoing conflict that you're not going to win, right? So some of you may be still sort of carrying a little bit of a flame for somebody from the past, or maybe you're not, but you're not able to ignore like the mess that you experienced in the situation. Do you know what I mean? There's a big difference there. But there's anger, there's disappointment. You can't win this. You can't mitigate their stuff. You can't fix the unfixable. And this is for you needing to know that you can't fix somebody else. That you are not going to win this. What you can control is how you respond to a situation, and just realize that there's this tension, and just accept it. Accept it. And I hate to say it so because I'm not tone deaf to the pain of relationship, but the thing is, I see this new energy coming in, but I see this pain still giving you some confusion, right? You still wanting something, but it's not squaring with the reality of the situation right now. And your challenge is the card of pain, heartbreak, truth, betrayal, depression. But things, at least the lights are coming on. Your confusion's going to be gone, but you may not have the easiest time moving past something. It doesn't necessarily even mean that you are like lamenting over someone still. That's not it. It's more, what I'm getting here is it's more of a, you went through something, it didn't work out, you recognizing it didn't work out, and you accepting it, but you still having that energy in your field, and you not being in a space where you feel ready to open up because you are not trusting, because somebody may have really sort of like showed you a very strong sense of false self. And you could be in this space where it's like, I don't even know what to believe kind of thing, right? But check it out. This is what I'm saying. We have the King of Cups energy coming in here. So the King of Cups is a beautiful energy. Now, this is external to you that's impacting you. So the King of Cups is Libra and Scorpio. So you're very aware that a need exists to settle a conflict, either within yourself or with somebody else, but you might not be sure exactly how to handle it, or because it's external to you. That could be the energy that's surrounding you, okay? But if it's a person, because it's a core card, if it's a person, this is somebody who really doesn't know how to fix something. It's like they know that this need exists, but they don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to handle it. They have no idea how to address a particular situation. I feel like they realize that they owe you, and who owes anybody what, but I feel like they owe you, they feel at least that they owe you some sort of explanation or some sort of apology or some sort of more information about something. They have no idea. They truly don't have any idea how to address it. But you're in this space, though, where I feel like you're just like, look, what I want does not jive with reality. Okay, I'm dealing with this pain, but I have to just kind of move on. There's got to be this moving on energy. So that's what I'm getting for a lot of you. And a lot of you, I think, are going to definitely be meeting somebody new. Between the Ace of Cups, we have the Two of Cups. Yeah, I mean, really. And also going back to the King of Cups as somebody being external to you, for you as a general energy, this is also saying like you need to follow your heart. And you may be meeting somebody like this, right? Who's very charismatic, very sociable, very sensitive to the needs of people that he cares about, really warm, unafraid of intimacy. It could be he, she, doesn't matter. right? But this is an energy that kind of wants to come in. You want to make sure that you're not blocking it, right? It could show up as that or an energy that you were involved in. I want to give both interpretations because this is a general message. So we have the Two of Cups energy here in the near future. Okay. Mutually supportive relationship, new relationship for those of you who are not with anybody right now. A very positive proposal for those of you who are in relationship or are in a space where you're really thinking about getting back with somebody, right? Meaning like if things are difficult right now, harmony returning to the relationship and you guys being able to figure it out after having a really good open heart-to-heart conversation. So if it is you, if you guys are trying to figure something out, and the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight is all, again, it's all about mastery, right? And figuring out in a very logical and diligent way what is necessary to make this connection work, okay? If they're coming back, okay? If somebody's not coming back, this is you figuring out what you really even want, need, and desire in relationship and what it is that you feel at home in relationship. Because you might be realizing things a little differently right now. But I have to tell you, energy, like astrologically, you guys have energy popping pretty powerfully when it comes to romance and communicating with romantic partners. So just saying, that is what we have for this. But let me pull cards for this person that you're dealing with. Let's see what's going on with them. We'll pull 4 across and four qualifiers. And if the Devil that popped out before is, you know, inflecting this energy at all, somebody might have an issue with either addiction, some sort of mental imbalance, and I say that with empathy and with love, right? It's only an issue, like a serious issue, when like a person has this imbalance and they don't want to see it or they don't want to do the necessary work on it, right? Problems, I mean, problems are everywhere in life. It's when people are like, no, not me, I'm fine, it's you, kind of thing. Okay, so we have the Princess of Coins. So this is a new connection. Beginning of a new connection that you're going to put a lot, somebody really wants to really enter your life here. And they really want to work with you. This is very interesting. This is a very reliable energy, strong, powerful energy for success. Pentacles the coins don't only mean money. It's mental, physical, emotional connection. And this is an energy that you're dealing with here. So somebody definitely wants this connection with you. And then we have the King of Wands, Cancer and Leo. Really about being a free spirit, right? This is the right time to just, they feel like they want to just express what it is that they're feeling and going after what they want, you know? If you're meeting an energy like this, if this is this new person coming in, I mean, seriously, like, congratulations. Because this person they're smart, they have high standards, they're very self-aware, they don't judge people. Doesn't matter where you come from, what you look like, nothing, right? They don't care. People's experiences, they find everyone interesting. They like to listen to people's experiences. They, you know, this individual respects people who don't conform, right? Very passionate, very communicative. So awesome. And we have the Two of Coins though, and the Two of Coins again is always this, it's the situation where you're going to need to like negotiate with yourself. You need to make a decision regarding more than one path. I mean, you have to figure out where do you, I keep saying you, them, they need to make a decision, right? They need to feel what it is that's going to resonate with them the strongest, because they need to put a pentacle down. So they may be in this space where they're confused. You know, should they give somebody else an opportunity, or should they see where something goes with you? Should they get back with you, or should they stay single? Should they, you know, and it's this idea of these two paths. But then we have that clarified by the world, and the world is always about learning a lesson, right? First and foremost, there is this lesson learned here. It's an Empress energy, and Empress is the mother of the Tower. It's all about growing. This is a Saturn energy in astrology and numerology. It's the Empress, right? So you put the two of those together, and like that is a wow energy. Happiness, fulfilling, loving. And this is very much what they're focused on, right? As they're trying to decide what to do. But we have somebody with the Seven of Swords in reverse energy. This is interesting. Seven of Swords in reverse is a very interesting energy for me because it's about being caught, right? Being called out on something and there being some element of punishment, whatever that means, right? Being called out sometimes is enough punishment. And this desire to make amends, this desire to say, all right, hey, you know what? I screwed up and I want to make amends, you know? And then we have this being clarified by the Princess of Swords. So very useful information coming in, getting help from people around them, maybe getting advice, or somebody coming in and reaching out to you, Aquarius, for them, or dropping some tester sort of energies to see, you know, kind of getting a feel for what it might be like to communicate with you if you guys are not in communication. If it doesn't resonate with you like that, this can indicate just the realization of something coming in. It does feel like somebody just really wants to come in here and have this connection with you. And even though, like the Nine of Wands is a power energy in that. And again, though, this is a subjective read for them. They feel like they're in a strong position because they fought really long and hard, you know, in the area of relationship. And even though they might be really tired, they still want to persevere. And this is temporary. It's not like somebody who's going to be, you know, walking around complaining about all that they've been through in relationship. That's not what I'm getting here at all. But they may be in a space right now feeling defensive right now. They have to be careful to not stay in a negative mindset, really. They need to maintain their balance because what comes after the Nine of Wands is Ten of Wands. And then we have the Fool energy. So, you know, the Fool is fabulous, right? The Fool is, you know, it's Uranus energy. It's your ruler. This is all about like, let's go, new path, right? New relationship, new start, new approach, doing things differently than before, going with the flow. So for a lot of you, I'm seeing this new energy come in who's been through a hell of a lot in relationship, but they still have fire in their belly for relationship and they want to take a chance with you. Others of you, I see somebody wanting to come back from the past. I'm keeping it real. The world is about, I learned my lesson, I see the light, you know? Yeah. And them being called out like, listen, I messed up. And this being this realization, you know, and this idea like, let's give it another go, even though we've been through so much. And but now with the Fool energy, it's about doing things a little differently this time than before, but going with the flow a little more. So wow, that is what we have for that. Pretty clear, I'd say. Now let's pull some energies for career. Let's go. We'll also go 4 across for clarifying. Why not? 2 of Cups, Queen of Wands, the Wheel, very nice. 2 of Swords, okay. Okay, I'm going to do a career. So 2 of Swords always, you know, is always, regardless of how we're understanding, it's always a really healthy conversation, you know. If things have been difficult, harmony returning, there can be really good conversation about money, about scheduling, about the pragmatics of a situation or an opportunity. This could also indicate finding a new partner, you know, in business or whatever it is that you're involved in, partnering up with somebody, sitting down and having a really healthy connection about that. And we have clarifying that we have the stars. So there's something very kind of beautiful about this, because this is a money luck energy. Work you do begins to pay off, and it's because you've considered your long-term goals and you prioritized well. Now you might be guided now to begin a new business or some sort of new something, or you find that you have this amazing talent that you could put to good use. But the star does indicate like awards, recognition, fame, destiny kind of thing. So really good there. Now we have the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands, awesome. Step into your power. I mean, just ideas popping, you having whatever is necessary to energize the situation. This is really good. Now, if you're dealing with an energy like this in business, awesome. This person knows how to communicate for success. They're sociable, they're very self-aware, and they're focused on the right things. So really, really good. So whether it's you stepping into your power or you dealing with this kind of energy, really awesome. And we have this working with the Knight of Coins. So the Knight of Coins is increasing prosperity, financial growth, really good investments regarding any kind of business venture that you're getting into, increase in money, connection coming in. You're going to have to work harder though. That's the only thing. In order to have the stability that you're looking for and security, you're going to have to work harder, a lot harder and differently than you're working right now. Because you're going to be in the space of just being very smart with investing your time wisely, being very consistent in your efforts. So I do like this. Yeah. So cool energy there. Then we have the wheel. I mean, the wheel is just about take a chance, right? I mean, you definitely, this is a turning point for you. This is a turning point. So good news coming in, but please prioritize what's being asked for you and make sure that you exercise integrity, because you really want to remember that the wheel is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is always in a very tight dance with karma. So you just want to make sure you exercise integrity. I'm not saying that you want it, but I just like to put it out there. Now, some of you may be, because it's the wheel, so it's taking chance, turning point, something very faded, an opportunity maybe returning though from the past that you thought was maybe dead, and it's sort of reviving, right? It could come back around like that. But anyway, really good energy for that. And then we have the Magician. Fabulous. Magician is Mercury. It's a Mercury energy, and Mercury rules Gemini. Gemini is all about not only communication, but it's about doing business, signing on the dotted line, learning things in a new way. And it rules Virgo. Mercury also rules Virgo, which is the landlord of the 6th house of problems. So there's a lot of problem solving energy here. So it's like communicating and learning and doing business to solve any sort of problem that's been an issue up to this point. So all really good, but you know, these final cards, you're going to be at this kind of emotional stalemate, and it's time to think, right? It's time to think. You got to think, because you're in this space where you need to make a decision. You want to protect yourself. You want to do the right thing for yourself, right? But there's something about a situation that's preventing you from jumping full throttle into it. You need to figure it out, and you have to resolve it now. And you can, right? It's just about like standing your ground, saying what you think, and making a decision about the future is needed here. You know what? Okay, okay. I'm sorry. I'm feeling, let me address this first. So we have the 10 of Swords, which this indicates an ending, but something where there's a history to it. And but I have to tell you, I almost feel like you're doing something now, and you're not particularly feeling, I'm not even going to say happy. You're just not sure about it. You're not feeling satisfied. You're not feeling at home in the whole idea of the whole thing. I feel like some sort of new opportunity is coming in. Something is going to happen that's really positive, but you're going to be in this emotional stalemate where it's like, okay, I can't do both. I have to figure out, am I going to keep doing that, or am I going to do this new thing? But I see you releasing something that you've been doing. I mean, this is, let me just pull another card here. Yeah, look at you, King of Swords. Yes. Focusing on the mind instead of the heart, Capricorn and Aquarius. Like, what makes sense to you right now? That's what you're going to be all about. What makes sense? 7 of Cups. You're going to have a lot of choices here, right? And even though things might seem up in the air and you're not really sure of what the hell it all means, you can feel the beginning stages of something. 6 of Coins. I like it. This is good. This is generosity and support, right? I have your back, you have mine. This is beautiful. If you're understanding the 2 of Cups as you going into partners with somebody, you guys having each other's back. You may even be getting help from somebody from your past, maybe investing money, something like that. Well, this is very positive, but I see you being very kind of scared. I see, but really, 9 of Cups, beautiful. Happiness, wishes manifesting. This is fabulous. Connecting to your own heart. It's time for growth. This is a Jupiter energy, Jupiter and Pisces. Dreams coming true. Beautiful. But I do feel like you're going to be needing to take a stand on something that you are sort of at least been doing in one way or another, because it looks like you're going to be changing direction, and you might be getting stuff like aggravation from your family, your friends, whatever. But you know what, Aquarius, you got to do the Aquarius thing. You got to do you. You got to be you, because that's the only way you know how to be, right? I mean, that's, you know, that's, we love our Aquarius energy, right? Absolutely. So very out of the box kind of thing. Very out of the box kind of thing. All right, my friends, that is what I have for you. I hope this was helpful in some way. It's time to take action and do something that you feel at home in. And it's all about building blocks, taking the steps now, putting the feelers out there. It looks really good. It really does look good. Okay, my friends, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.